motto of my career. I mean, it's no secret to many people that I am conservative, that I believe in the principles expounded by conservatism. Those, in large part, are held by the GOP, and so I associate with that party, and I'm proud to do that. But my allegiance has been to those principles first, and so because of that, if you go back to the Huber Heights days when I was serving on the city council, that was a very nonpartisan situation, but you will find that my best ally in those fights was actually a Democrat who believed in the same principles I believed in. And we took on the status quo, things like city managers who were supported by Republicans, who were abusive of the taxpayers' dollars. We spent significant political capital stepping on the toes of the establishment crowd in that community to get the job done, which we ultimately did. We proposed a tax cut to the people of Huber Heights, forcing the government to reduce their spending, in which, believe it or not, this will come as a shocker to many of you, they didn't change their service delivery a bit and still saved the people of Huber Heights $1.8 million, about 10% of the operating budget. It was because of the foresight and the willingness for us to put our political capital and, frankly, our personal reputations on the line. I don't think it came at cost, that's the wrong word. It came at significant stress on my family and his, because we dared challenge the status quo. And again, I think you need to look no further than this past April for our move with the governor, our move of the education plan was a move for the people of Ohio. And I knew it wasn't the leadership that was pushing me to make the stand we made. I knew that potentially if the governor had the evidence to back up his quote-unquote evidence-based education policy, that we might look like we were kind of goofy if that evidence was given. And I was prepared to say that there's some good evidence here that we need to listen to, GOP or not. For crying out loud, these were the children of Ohio we were talking about. Instead, what we feared was true. The emperor really didn't have any clothes. And it wasn't the leadership that in the beginning was forcing me to that. They certainly joined on once we began beating that drum. But again, I lose sleep over this very issue. I appreciate the question. It gets really to the heart of what I believe who I am and why I'm best qualified to be that independent, objective auditor for the people of Ohio. I like what John Kasich says. The GOP is not my master, it's my vehicle. And as I stand here today, I submit to you Seth Morgan, who's your state auditor. I submit to you someone who believes in those conservative principles. I submit to you someone who has the growing support of party and grassroots leaders throughout the state. But most of all, I submit to you someone who is, I believe, principled and ethic to the point where you will have an objective, independent person, not owned by any one master.